How to fight the fear of losing him. Hello, my name is Chengi and you, my precious one, are my world. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment, because I am your relationship and dating expert, here to teach you how to present as a high value, high worth, high status woman that men find completely irresistible. Can I get an amen? Oh yes. Hello ladies, so today I want to talk to you about the masterclass that will be coming up on the 13th of June. This is a communication masterclass. Please, please, please get yourself in that class if you really want to know how to speak to a man, whether you're dating him, in a relationship, married, what words, where to come from to speak to a man to get exactly what you want from him. For those of you who will be watching this, tomorrow we'll be having the Great RC Legs on my prayer call. Again, details will be in the description link, in the description box below. Okie dokie. So let's get on with today's video. Righty-ho. So I have a lot of you ladies writing to me in a frenzy. Usually, I know it's a frenzy because anybody who writes to me on my DMs or Facebook or hunts me down on my website and has to talk right now, this very moment, is clearly not in their soundest place of being. You're obviously fearful and panicked because I obviously have an appointment system and a scheduling system, and I just can't drop everything I'm doing and my other clients and calls to talk to you right now, this very minute, right? So I know that whenever I get, can I speak to you right now, or can we just DM back and forth, is number one, you are not in the right state of mind. Number two, you are panicking. You are in fear, and there is nothing that I'm going to say to you in that moment that is going to rescue anything, because the fear itself has already sabotaged that relationship. I know that by the time you contact me, you have already sabotaged that relationship, or you have come to the end of that road. So I want to talk about really dealing with this fear of losing a man and what the genesis of it is. What is the mindset behind, what drives this mindset? And there are a few things that I'm going to touch on this video that I hope you can begin to master and think about. I get it. As women, we don't feel attraction easily because we are biologically wired to be selective, because we're not the ones running around with all this sperm. We're the ones who have eggs, and when they're fertilized, we 10 months of our lives are committed to this life, and then the life comes and we are often the ones stuck looking after this child. So we have to be our attraction and our hormones can't just rise up for any guy. So it is hard for you when you've got a lot of suitors and none of them really spark interest in you, because we are naturally selective. So I know what it feels like when you've been on a million dates, or you're out here with all these men wanting to get your attention, and then finally you meet somebody that just sparks everything and gets you excited, and you're just like, oh my God, I feel like I'm living again. And all of a sudden you feel like, I'm gonna lose him, and losing him feels like the worst possible thing that could possibly happen. Maybe you've been in a relationship, maybe you've been dating, maybe you've just met, or maybe you've just been chatting over the phone, but you start to feel like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna lose him. Now, that all comes from a mindset. Emotions are the epicenter of emotions is the mind. It's the thoughts we think translate into the things we feel. So I am just gonna help you out here with mindset. So number one mindset issue is when we get that attraction towards that man and you feel that fear, the first trigger that it is telling you, it is trying to tell you, the fear is rising up to tell you that you are over invested in him. Okay, so when we fall for a guy, the first thing that comes when we find something valuable, what do? We go and try and get insurance. When we buy an expensive car, we want insurance. When we buy expensive furniture, we get home insurance. Why do we protect the things that are valuable to us, because the moment something has value, we want to keep it safe, because it is a human reaction when we see something of great value to want to keep it safe and not to lose it. So that reaction is completely natural to the human experience. The problem, however, is that it is in reverse, in the wrong order. A man is only gonna grow in attraction and value you more when he is the one who's afraid to lose you. So the first thing that dawns on me is that you are in an unequal relationship, in that your attraction level is here and his one is here, and energetically you feel it, and so you are positioning yourself, probably have already positioned yourself to be the suitor of this guy. And we know that when we pursue whatever whenever we're chasing, something is running away, right? Whenever we're pursuing something that is in momentum. So what has happened is you shifted the dynamic between him pursuing you, seeing you as the elevated prize, seeing you as the one that he should do everything to get and keep, and now you are in that position. By the time you write to me, it is the full bloom of your pursuit of him, and he has completely run away or is starting to pull away. So when we start to feel the fear, what we need to do is understand that we are now overinvested. Second point, what are you overinvested in? Okay, here is the thing that we do, girls, when we find a man that we love, a man that we're attracted to, a man that does it for us. What we do is we create a whole life with this man. We create a whole path with this man. We create a whole end product with this man. So basically, I'm going to have his children, we're going to live happily ever after, I'm going to move in with him. We meet this guy, we have this experience, and we create the story, and then we begin to pursue the story. We fall in love with the love story, and it is really the fantasy that you are over invested in. Because in reality, most of you who contact me, probably he treats you badly, he's been seeing other girls, he's just not showing the kind of interest. If you look at the actual physical product of the man, the actual man in front of you, his actions, you will probably find that he isn't really investing. You will find that he's really not that into you. But what you think is going on is the story you have told yourself in your head, the fantasy that you have been selling yourself. So it's really about mastering the things we do when we meet a man that we're attracted to. It's about understanding that right now I'm very attracted to him. Chemistry is what it is, and because of that, my mind is going to go ahead of me, and then I'm going to be over invested in the future. And it's usually that overinvestment that a man will intuitively pick up and realize that this girl has already married me, put a ring on me, got me pregnant. You know what I mean? And so he begins to pull away, or he begins to push you away, or basically he probably just wasn't even in it for what you're in it. Maybe he just wanted to date you for a little bit of fun, and now he's pulling away because you were not paying attention to the signs. You were not paying attention to the red flags. He was telling you he's not into it for a relationship, but you were thinking, if I behave like a good little girl and do everything as I'm told, he might change his mind. So dealing with the fear of losing a guy is understanding that the moment you get into that deep level of attraction, the number one thing that does is you become irrational more so than ever, and your actions and your feelings begin to take over. And we know, as I said on my Instagram page, that a woman that relies on her feelings primarily to make decisions is a woman that will never be high value. You have to do what I always say on this channel: look at the data. Okay, look at the cold hard facts and make a decision based on that, not on the way that you feel. So I know the feeling of thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose this person. I know the panic of being in a situation where somebody is packing up to go, or you feel them withdrawn, they're no longer present. I know all of that. But what I know is that often what we're grieving, what we're holding on to, is a fantasy and a feeling of scarcity, that if I let this go, I'll be left with nothing. It's going to be another year or so before I meet a guy that sparks my chemistry in that way. Now, this isn't true. The reality of it is, if you find that you're so crazily attracted to one particular guy, chances are there's something to do with your scripting, the way that you have been programmed that a particular kind of guy is the only one that can arouse attraction in you. So there's some issues perhaps that you need to begin to look at. Obviously, I'm here to help you, ladies. I am here to help you. I'm available for you. All you have to do is go into the description box, book an hour call with me or a 30-minute session with me. And in that session, I will help you either figure out what's going on with this particular man or help you configure your mind so that you can move forward as a high value, high worth, and high status woman. So I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you in my next video. In the meantime, take care of you. Bye-bye now.